Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Monday, January the 16th, 2022. Monday, January the 16th. Well, you know what? I'm going to just briefly mention the nonsense stuff. We've got Portia and Curtis talking about Trina, and Curtis is the one with the more cool and level head. And then now, his daughter is pretty much in the center of a serial killer's orbit. Where's Taggart been? Where's Taggart? Oh, but Taggart shows up today, mad because he saw a picture of that Cassadine kid with Trina. Oh, that brings out the protective parent in you. Whereas you are not around to make sure your daughter's getting to and from wherever safely. Wow, Taggart. Anyway, that whole thing, I just fast forwarded because bottom line, like Curtis told Portia, if you don't watch it, you're going to end up driving Trina right into Spencer Cassadine's arms. He's like, I'm just saying, really, okay? Then we have Laura. Oh, please. I saw Nicholas and Elizabeth in the chapel talking. Ooh, super fast forward because there's nothing those two could say or has to say that interests me, really, because it would only be about protecting their own skin. We have Laura goes to visit Esme because actually Laura's trying to figure out, does she really not have her memory? Yes or no? And Esme's pretty convincing. Esme's hoping Spencer's the father of her baby, but Laura showed her a picture of Nicholas. She goes, no, I don't know him, but you said that's your son. And you said this is a picture of your grandson, but yet you said my baby is your grandchild. What? How's that work? It went right over Esme's head. She didn't get it. And Laura did not push the fact, right? She didn't push the fact. But anyway, Dante comes in and Laura is talking to him outside, because there's pretty much ruling her out as the hook killer, But she still committed all those other crimes. And that's what Laura said. But she still has a lot of other crimes to answer for. It's going to be interesting, and the public is going to really be watching this case. And I'm thinking, you're darn right, Laura. So you better watch yourself, because already Laura's thinking, because she told Dante she's going to be released soon. But do we prosecute someone that has zero memories of the crimes they committed? And the answer is heck yeah. Heck yeah. Because those memories are going to come back. The criminal psychopath she is will still be there. Heck yeah. Laura, watch. Mark my words. Laura is going to get Esme released into her custody. Yep, I feel it in my bones, and we shall see if it happens. Then we have Spencer talking to our favorite attorney, Diane Miller. He wants custody of that baby and blah, blah, blah. He's going to be a better parent. And I'm thinking, Spencer, how do you know you're going to be a better parent? You were stalking someone. You put the voice of a criminal, a serial killer in your cousin's teddy bear. Spencer, you had fake blood poured all over Trina. Spencer, yeah, that sounds like father material to me. Sounds like father material to me. But Diane pretty much let him know, let me tell you something. Yeah, I'll represent you. You pay me handsomely. I'll present the best case, but I absolutely cannot guarantee you're going to win, because there's too much for you to prove, Spencer. And it will be an uphill battle. And trust me, your father has the kind of money you have, if not more, right? More, yeah, actually, Nicholas has more money than Spencer. That he's gonna hire the best and come at you with everything he has, everything. So he goes, that's all right, I don't care. Spencer's just trying to hurt Nicholas the way Nicholas has hurt him. And ultimately, that whole Spencer getting custody thing, that's going to fly right out the window. That's absolutely, positively not going to work, nor is it going to happen. So now that I got all the nonsense out the way, let's get to the good stuff. Nina, instead of heading for the lab to get tested, heads straight for Willow's room. Because she had to tell her. Michael didn't even get a chance to tell her. Nina does, right? And Willow ain't having it. Monitors kind of got hot because she's like, oh, get that woman out of here. Oh, whoa. And she goes, you are not my mother. Yes, yes, I am. They kept you from me. No, ain't no they nothing. Yeah, you know? And I just, I want you to know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the mean things that I may have said to you. Maybe, did I really say those things? Right? Because we're gonna laugh about that, right? I'm sorry for tormenting you, pretty much painting a letter A on your forehead, and it wasn't true. I'm sorry, but did I really do that? Because see, I just didn't know. I didn't know you were my daughter. Otherwise, all that bullying I did to you, oh no, I save that kind of bullying for people that aren't related to me. I save that kind of treatment for kind-hearted people that I just don't like. But you're my daughter, so you know what? We could get past all that. Matter of fact, you know what? A few years from now, me and you, we'll tell Wiley stories. Oh, goodness, about how far we came. Yeah, we sure will. And the new baby, too. And Willow's just looking at her because first Willow had Michael leave the room. And Willow's looking at her. She says, let me tell you something, Nina. We might be related by blood, but nothing changes between us. Nothing. You have tormented me. You have, oh, she just laid it all out on what Nina has done to her. And she goes, nothing will change. She's like, I told Michael to leave the room to spare you so you could have some dignity when I tell you this. No. And Willow's like, you know, I understand you saying that now, but you're my dad. Oh, look your eye. It's my eye. I have to. Now, mind you, you've been staring in that eye, yelling at this girl for years, staring at that same eye. And then, oh, same eye. Look, this, to me, they kept that scene so real. So real, right? Because Willow wouldn't have instantly forgiven her. It's been years of torment. And then she goes, I'm going to go to the lab and I'm going to get tested because I have the best chance of saving your life. And Willow looked at her and she says, and what do you want in return? Now that right there, that statement alone tells you how Willow really feels about Nina. There's an alternative and there's an angle for you. And Nina looked like, huh? No, I would never come in here and try to emotionally blackmail. Yeah, you would. Right? And Willow's like, you know what? I honestly don't know what you would do. Right? So Nina goes, I'm going to leave here and I am going to go to that lab and I'm going to get tested because I'm going to save your life, even if you don't want me to. And Willow's looking at her like, well, hold up, newly found mama, right? I was getting ready to knock on doors from relatives that I didn't know and ask for a bone marrow transfer. I am absolutely not telling you I won't take yours. I'm just telling you all is not forgiven. Okay? It'll be a start, but all is not forgiven. So Nina walks out the room, supposedly tearing over to the lab, but of course she has to stop and, I have a daughter, Sonny. I have a daughter. I have a daughter. I'm thinking, Nina, go to the lab. The clock is ticking for Willow. The clock is ticking. So Sonny is still grilling Drew. Sonny, he really tries to bully Drew, and you want to know why he's also trying to bully Drew? Because Drew's seeing Carly. That's another reason Sonny's trying to bully Drew. He's trying to just take this posture of, look, I'm the man. You can't even measure up to me, Drew, right? So when Carly says, you know what, don't even talk to him like that. And then Carly tells Drew, look, I need to speak to Sonny. So Drew walks away and she tells Sonny, can I talk to you over here? So Carly tells Sonny, Nina's Willow's mother. Wait, what? He goes, Nina's Willow's mother. And how do you know that, Carly? Because Harmony told me. Harmony has been dead for months, Carly. You've known all this time and you didn't say anything? She goes, I'm saying it now. You know, she goes, you did this for revenge. She looked at him. She goes, I did not do it for revenge. I did it to protect Willow. And Sonny's like, no. And now Drew walks back over because he sees Sonny, getting at Carly, right? And he goes, no, you may be able to fool Drew, but you can't fool me. You did this for revenge, right? And so Carly's like, you know what? Bottom line, she goes, bottom line, we could talk about this another time. We got to focus on Willow. That's who we got to focus on. And he goes, no, Carly, and Michael comes walking over because he came out. Where was Michael? Had Michael gone into Willow's room, or had already come out of Willow's room? Because for somehow Nina was still, no, that's when Willow asked Michael to leave, right, for Nina. And he goes, look, you guys need to table this, because Sonny's yelling at Carly. Carly's loud talking Sonny, right, in the hospital lobby. And he goes, no, you guys need to table this right now. And so he goes, so Sonny looks, and Carly just, how's Willow? And he goes, Nina is in there talking to her right now. And Carly said, wait, Nina is in the room with Willow? Why is it the first thing she does is barge in there to talk to Willow versus getting tested at the lab? And so Sonny goes, you talk about what Nina should do or should or shouldn't do. And so she goes, time is of the essence. And Michael goes, oh my God. He looks at Sonny, he goes, can I talk to you for a minute? And he walks over, takes Sonny over to the side. And Michael, well, he's at this point getting ready to take Sonny to the side, but Carly is standing up, looking Sonny dead in his face the way Carly's always done to Sonny, right? Look at Drew's posture. Look, y'all. I'm the peacekeeper. I'm kind of staying out of this. Drew, come on, Drew. So Michael walks Sonny over to the side, and one of the first things he said was, I can't believe Mom kept this a secret for so long. And I thought, good reaction. because that is a reaction Michael would have had or anybody would have had. She knew and she didn't say nothing, right? And so Michael says, but let me tell you something. So no, Sonny says, because Carly it was the revenge against Nina. And Michael goes, I can care less about Nina. And he's looking at Sonny, and Sonny's just looking at him. He says, right now, Willow is my top priority. So what I need you to do is I need to make sure that you let it go. What mom did or did not say, what she did not tell, you let that go while you around me, while you in the vicinity of Willow, while you in this, you let that go. And so Sonny looked at Michael. He goes, I could do that. I could do that. And I'm thinking, in what world, Sonny? But you see your son is talking to you, so yeah, you could do it, which was good because they actually had a good, Sonny was telling them, you're there for Willow. She knows you, she loves you. He gave him a good pep talk, right? And Michael just looked at him and he goes, thank you. Now I need to get back to Willow. I got my little male Yorkie bugging me from behind. You want me to show it? Come here. Show it. He's just looking. This is Oliver. This is my male, hair all over his head. This is my male Yorkie Oliver. This is not the one that has the respiratory problems. This is my 14-year-old male Yorkie. The one that has the phlegm problem, who's getting better, by the way, that's Kara. She's a female Yorkie, but Oliver's bugging me for something. He wants a treat and he's not getting one because it's not treat time. But anyway, look, real life, right? Daily Recap Lady has a real life. I'm shooting this video right here in my living room, my little home office off the living room. And, it's just life. He came in and said, hey, I want a treat. Scratching my little foot, treat. Come on now. That's why I keep bending down, kind of pushing him away. But anyway, so tomorrow we should find out that Nina, in fact, is a match. And she's probably going to definitely be save Willow. So that's it for General Hospital. Let's go to Comment Corner. Now, I did do a special Comment Corner because there was just way too many. And tonight, there's even more. I'm not going to be able to even get back to where I was today. I mean, I'm just going to go until I get tired and y'all read each other's comments, okay? Just go back and forth. You know how to read them like I'm reading them, okay? So now, let's go to Tom. Nina and Carly are equally evil. Yeah, I told you, they both got seats together, you know where. Ron says, I was surprised at Michael's reaction towards Sonny as if he was glad, he was concerned. Yes, he was. But now here it comes. Michael will go off on Carly for her lies. And the sad thing is he will have good reason to hate Carly. Then Sonny, my favorite part was when Sonny was about to go off on Drew. In his eyes meant, you're going to tell me. I know when Carly walked up, right? Michael's going to handle Carly later. Michael's going to have, and Carly knows it because Michael wouldn't even make eye contact with Carly. And she even told Drew, did you see he wouldn't even make eye contact with me? Well, yep, he sure didn't, did he? Carly, you're going to have to take whatever's coming your way. Take it like a woman. LaShunta says, why the first place Nina should have went was to get tested. Nope, she went straight for Willow's room, getting her riled up before Michael could even tell her. Michael telling Nina to leave, she wants Willow to know. So she may be the one to save her life. Yes, see already. Now Joss can't implicate Sonny he can't implicate. Sonny would be implicated as well. Can't implicate Dex. Sonny would be implicated as well. Why Sonny thinks he can bully Drew, that's because that's Sonny. To tell him that what's going on. How did Dex call when Josh left to go see Sonny? No, Dex didn't call. Sonny called Josh's phone, and they were both on the couch, and she picked it up and said, "Of course it's Sonny." That's what she says. He can't just summon me. I hope he's not working with someone else. LaShanta says, now Nina, see how Carly felt when you kept Sonny from his family? How she's gonna call Carly selfish and a monster. She's been selfish since day one. Willow hating Nina is all Nina. I like when Carly said, you can hate me, the feeling is mutual. Why does everyone keep saying Nina called Carly? She could have called Michael. Yes, she could have. Why didn't she call, let's see, Michael, Dante, and Chrissy? Oh, please stop. That's true. She could have called anybody. Remember, Nina told Carly Mike was happy and she was smug. I feel sorry for Willow. Nina's her mom, Nell, her twin, and Madeline, her grandmother. Imagine. Sonny better not say anything because he never held Nina accountable for anything. I remember when AJ was on his deathbed confession that Sonny shot him. So yeah, Sonny. And then LaShanta says DA Scorpio, Detective Falconeri, and the Commissioner. Yep. NK Rose. I think Trina is playing the same game as Spencer. And NK Rose says, I was so upset a few months ago when Nina was complaining about why Willow was working while she was pregnant. I know, she sure was. Nina just picked anything to pick on Willow for. Like the woman didn't get her fired from her first job. And then Lisa says, Nina can't get it through her thick head that Willow does while pregnant is what Willow does while pregnant is not her business. And Dominique says, I do not blame Portia for questioning Trina's judgment regarding Spencer and his family. Trina's proved her read on people and situations not the best. In the evening when Trina expressed that she thought there might be a new and old Esme due to the amnesia, the facial expression that Curtis and Portia had on their faces when she said that had her dying. Trina is naive and they know it. Yes, Trina is naive. She wants to look for the best in everybody. Seriously, Carly is a monster, point blank, and has been for years. And then getting to the root says 100. Nancy says, this comment is related to comments from Thursday regarding Nina not telling Sonny's family. I knew Nina was calling Carly supposedly to tell her about Sonny. Carly would say something to keep Nina from telling the truth. That was exactly why Nina called Carly instead of Michael. Yep. She really didn't want to tell anyone. And if she loved her grandson like she claims, instead of calling Carly, she would have called Michael to score points with him. Then he would have been more apt to let her visit Wiley. However, as it was, he had to watch his entire family grieve for their husband, father, grandfather the entire time. And then she says, Carly held the truth from Nina, I'm sure due to all of that, but it is not the only reason. She saw exactly how Nina treated Willow and knew how much Willow loathed Nina. And with good reason, I might add. Willow has such a kind soul. So for her, so for her to feel that way, the way she does towards Nina, Nina deserves it. If I'm not mistaken, Carly was going to tell Nina, just like Nina was going to tell Carly, but at the same time, she was going to tell Nina. Something stopped her. I don't remember Carly ever going to tell Nina. That was when Carly decided to tell Drew she wasn't a match, because Carly was on her way to the courthouse. Remember, Trina's trial was starting. Anyway, that's the soap. That's soaps for you. LaShanta says, remember, she was visiting Wiley. She congratulated Carly and Jason on their wedding. Everyone can stop it. I know. Nina had access to Wiley the whole time she was in Nixon Falls. They just wouldn't let her take him anywhere by herself because they had to monitor what she might say to him, right? But Nina was not shut out of Wiley's life when she was keeping Sonny apart from them. Sherry says, I don't think Joss did thank Sonny. I think I said before, but something about Gregory, it just doesn't sit right with me. And Cindy says, I remember Esme telling someone last year, possibly Nicholas, that she had siblings she wasn't close to. Deborah says, Carly needs to stay humble. She knows she was wrong for not telling her and Michael. Nina's going to play it. She will make it all about her. Poor Willow, never mind the way she's treated Willow. Now, how she harassed and never had a good thing to say. She treated Michael terrible too. Yes, she did treat both of them terrible. Carly held the secret too long, but still can't stand Nina. She's too needy. And Eric says, you'll probably be needy if you had 20 years of your life taken from you as well as your babies. Eric says, true that, 2 decades in a coma, that's heavy. Nina is lucky to be alive. And then Linda says, Jackie Templeton is Gregory's wife. She used to be on All My Children with Michael Knight. Cindy says, I don't think the hook was after Trina. She went alone to the Haunted Star for Britt's party, and she made it there just fine. And we know the hook was in the area. She should move back to the dorms, and Portia should cut the apron strings. And it wouldn't be fine for Portia to get in Trina's business. It would be fine if she were underage, but she's not underage. I'm glad Trina made her position clear to Portia. And then Lucy says, didn't Nina only know Sonny as Mike for all those months in Nixon Falls? It was much later that she found out. Oh, you must not have been watching General Hospital, Lucy, at that time. Soon as Nina walked into the Tano and saw Sonny sweeping or whatever Sonny was doing, she knew exactly who he was. Exactly. And she went up to him and he looked at her and she said something and he goes, would you like a drink or something? And she goes, he goes, the name's Mike. And she goes, Mike, is it? Mike. No, Nina knew him from who he was from day one. Cindy says, Nina knew that Mike was really Sonny from Nixon Falls. Absolutely. You want to know another way Nina knew? The only way Nina escaped prison for cutting little Avery out of Ava's belly was she and Franco both had to go to Shady Brook. They both went to Shady Brook, and Sonny was going to just crucify Nina for kidnapping his child. Oh, he knew Nina couldn't stand her. He told her she better stay away from him, right? Couldn't stand Nina. She knew Sonny oh too well, right? She never Nixon. Okay, wait a minute. No, so yeah, no, send this. She knew. Nina knew, that's right. She never told him. She knew. She called Carly to tell her, but they had an argument instead. She didn't call anyone else in Carly's family. Exactly. As Nina and Sonny fell in love in Nixon Falls, he didn't want to know that she knew. But he did tell her that he didn't want anything to do with his former life, but that's because he didn't have an inkling to know what his former life was, right? And as soon as he got a memory of his former life, what did Sonny do? Went right back home to his real life, right? Getting to the roots, actually, she recognized Sonny right away, but the truth be told, Nina wasn't in the right state of mind, which is the reason why she left Port Charles. She had just found out that her daughter had died. Also, she discovered her husband bought her a daughter. Oh, Valentine. Yes, he did. Sasha. Also, she was grieving her daughter and how she came against her in court. She felt guilty. Her daughter Nell was such a monster and so hated by everybody that no one even wanted to bury her. Yep. Also, I give Nina credit for not sleeping with, she didn't. He wanted to sleep with her. She didn't sleep with him. She told him he needed to find out who he was before they got intimate. And Lucy said, okay, I stand corrected. Thanks. And Cindy says, Dante knew who used to be Jocelyn's step brother when Sonny and Carly were married. They wouldn't be related since Sonny and Carly are divorced. And Lisa says, I agree that Carly should have told Willow the night that she found out that Willow was searching for her family. If Carly knew the reason, she would have told the truth. I know Carly should have told regardless. But let's not forget, Willow put herself in this dire situation, keeping the secret about her health, that it was in such serious condition. If the information was revealed, she could have received help sooner. I hope she isn't too hard on Carly. I'm sure some part of Carly wanted to hurt Nina, but I do believe she wanted to protect Willow too. Carly did not cause the rift between Willow and Nina. That was all Nina. Hopefully, she doesn't smother her like Harmony said she would. And then NK Rose says she will. And getting to the root of it says Carly has a bad habit of keeping parents away from the children. I think I read, this is where I got to from the comment corner. So whoo, boy, that was a lot of comments, everybody. Normally I put on the comments, I replied to your comments and I put the date of the daily recap, but there's just far too many for me to do that. So everybody, I replied to your comments, and just know that I did. So that is it for today's daily recap. Let me see how many comments do I have. Is it too many? Oh yeah, no. I have 19 comments on the comment corner I did today. So no, look, that's enough, y'all. I will read them, but yeah, I'm not going to go through all that. So everybody have a phenomenal evening. We've got some storylines heading up, coming to a close, new chapters opening up on them. And I will be back for tomorrow's daily recap of General Hospital.